Transform your experience into passive income.
Hi, I'm Colleen from the OT Toolbox, and this is Margaret from Your Therapy Source. And we are back to talk to you today about all things online income. We are an OT and PT duo who have moved from the clinic to online entrepreneurship. We're on a mission to help you and support you in creating a profitable side income while working or while moving from the traditional workplace into the online entrepreneurship. We're here to make your life easier by giving you the best advice, mindset shifts, and the support that you need to help you create digital products that will supplement your income. And most of all, we want to help you battle the burnout by adding to your creative fire, all while saving you time. Today, we are talking about how to make money on Amazon KDP. And we have some quick tips about this. We are both experienced in this area of online income. And so be sure to stay around to the end of the video for those quick tips. So selling on KDP, Margaret, what do you know about this?
Oh boy, it's a beast. That's what I know about it. There's a learning curve. It's easy to teach yourself if you give yourself some time. Amazon is amazing in providing free resources on how to publish on KDP. So you can get all of this done at zero cost, which is the huge bonus. They have a huge audience. So another bonus. And when people are on Amazon or within Kindle, they have their wallets out and they're ready to purchase. So another great bonus. The only negative thing I have is there's a learning curve and it can take you a little while. There's a lot of nuances, or Amazon changes things sometimes and the next day you go back and think it's the same and all of a sudden everything's located somewhere else. Right. But it's manageable. And if you have the right audience for your product, or you have the right product for their audience, it's something that you really have to get your product up there. How about you? What's your thoughts on it?
I love that KDP is an opportunity to self-publish. So as a professional, you have so much knowledge in your brain, right? And you probably say the same things to your clients over and over again, or your students over and over again. But you can put that into a book, and then you have a book with your name on it that you've published, albeit self-published, but still it's an actual book that sells over and over again. And really, you can use Amazon's search engine as a tool to get that found. People are searching for specific things on Amazon more than ever before. And that book will show up where it's just another stream of income as an online digital product creator. So I really like that. I can sell a book on my website that also sells on Teacher Pay Teacher, that is on Amazon, and all of those are meeting 3 different audiences. So it's really nice to do that. It's just diversifying your audience.
Right, and your income. And I do think you make a good point about you have all that knowledge in your head, and that when you put it down on paper and you self-publish, it makes you an authority in that area. And so if you are starting your own website or you're on social media, you're really trying to build up your side hustle, it can really help with that authority part, that, search engine optimization of showing you're very familiar with the topic. Yeah. I do think, like you said, if that's your audience, if you're writing ebooks for parents or informational content for teachers, that might be a great platform to sell your product, because people will be on there looking for that type of product. If you're selling worksheets, activity pages, I think it's a little harder to sell on there. They used to have a program that was just for digital products, and they've ended it recently, last week actually. So they've moved away from that. But in terms of informational content, I think it's a great platform. And again, zero investment. It's print on demand. So if you're not putting that money up front, you're not storing books in your home, you're not going to the post office. KDP can handle all of that for you, where you have the Kindle Direct publishing for the Kindle app and the e-reader, and you also can choose an option, if you so choose, that they can get it as a print on demand service. So in terms of, it's still passive income, which is great.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
think one other thing I would say is if you have the content already, it's super easy to hire somebody on Fiverr to format the PDF for you for Kindle. And if you've created it on Word, I highly recommend you hire somebody to convert it for you for Kindle, because it's an extremely frustrating process and they charge you next to nothing to do it. I paid $5
Yeah.
and it probably saved me 3 hours of headache. And they format it, they make sure all the images are lined up correctly, and because they're doing it all day long, and money well spent. So if you're not sure how
Definitely.
to do it, head to Fiverr and you will find people who will be able to do it for you at a very low cost. That might be your investment, but you're looking at an investment of under $100 to get everything up there for you.
Absolutely.
So it's an easier way to do it if you don't want to learn the whole platform.
Yeah, I did that same exact thing. I actually hired someone on Upwork, which is very similar.
Yeah.
They took my document, which was in a Google document, and they formatted it, they put it into the correct sizing, they added images, they did some graphic design work, they got it looking like an ebook. So it could be just a book on your computer, like you would read it on just a Word doc or like a document, basically.
Right.
But then they did all of the extra part of even uploading it to Kindle, getting it so it was sized correctly, so it was approved, making sure the edges were formatted and fit with like the extra sides that amount you need to print it correctly, the spine, the back cover, they did all of that. And it was just so easy. I handed it over and then they would come back and ask me some questions about things I wanted changed or switched. And we had a lot of conversations back and forth about those things, but it was so much easier. It took so much off of my plate. And
For
that was a
sure.
small
And the
investment.
turnaround,
But
yeah. And the turnaround time is fast.
yeah.
You know, you're thinking they get these jobs done for you in 3 days sometimes
Mhm.
or less. You know, you can pay to have it done quicker if you need it done quicker.
Yeah.
So that's one way to overcome that hurdle if you're stuck on how to format.
Yeah.
The other thing I have found is the more you add on there, the better your sales will be. And so if you are doing something where there's a series or volume 1, volume 2, you know, slow drip that content out. Don't put it all out at once, and see if you can get some followers or readership, and then they'll look, you know, for your next edition for additional content. I think that I've been successful in that manner.
Right. Right. I feel like we could talk about KDP for a long time. There's so many nuances to it. I mean,
For
there's the
sure.
reviews on there, the Amazon reviews, where you don't want to review your own book and you don't want to send the link to someone and ask for a review because Amazon knows that that's happened somehow. I don't know how
Oh,
they do,
they
but
do
they do.
know. They do
Yeah.
know. And the other thing is too, it doesn't really help you. You know, if you send a link to ask all your friends and family, buy my book, they buy it. You're kind of tricking Amazon's algorithm. And so all they're going to do is show your book again to people exactly like your friends and family, but they may
Right.
not be your real audience. You
Right.
know, if grandma's buying your book, but your audience is for a preschool teacher, you just really taught Amazon the wrong thing about your book. And
Right.
so you're better off just letting Amazon and use their algorithm to find buyers for you. That's what they're great at. That's why they're so successful. And one way that you really can do that is through keywords. Um,
Yeah.
Keyword use on Amazon is very different than keywords you're going to use on Google or keywords you're going to use on TPT. And again, Amazon has extensive training out there to help you with that process. But if you don't even want to do all the training, you could look at your competitors, look at other books in that niche and see what keywords they're using and use some of those keywords as well to get eyes on your product. And there's tools out there that can help you if you do find success on there in terms of correct keywords. But that plays a huge role in Amazon and getting your products seen. So again, it's a beast, but you could hire somebody to help you with that, or you could self-teach yourself it through Amazon's free videos and
And
courses.
there are a lot of YouTube videos out there too that tell you how to format your book, how to add keywords to your description that will really help too. So there's a lot of self-learning that will take time. That's your investment in that aspect, but you can learn those things.
I think the best part about KDP is how passive it is. You don't deal with customer service. You don't deal with shipping anything. You don't deal with digital delivery of anything. So this is, definitely a true option that you could have where you have zero investment except
Visit digitalproductprofessionals.com to get started on your digital content creation journey.
For sure, if you self-taught some of these skills in terms of getting your product found. But it's definitely not a heavy investment to get started.
Yeah. So do you have a quick tip if we were to say, Margaret, what's your best tip on selling on Amazon KDP?
I would say make sure the product you have will do well on KDP. Worksheets, things like that are going to be a little trickier to sell than an informational content ebook. I think does a lot better on Kindle KDP. And I have one more tip is get help if you need it. It's reasonable and you won't get so frustrated.
Yeah.
How about you? What's your tip? Or did
I actually
steal
have
your
two
tip?
that I thought of also that I'm like, these are good. These are good tips. Consider whatever country you're in, consider looking at the other options. There's an Amazon Canada, there's an Amazon Europe, there's different options out there. So consider selling on those as well, because you will end up getting income from the Amazon in your country, as well as the other Amazon, the other countries. And it's all one big umbrella of a country, but you're getting separate payments based on the sales in those different audiences. So that's one aspect. And you can find out information, Google that, find it on Amazon of how to do that. There's not much to it, but once you're set up, you can replicate that again and again for other products. And then my other tip is, as an author, be sure to purchase the author copies, because then if you're going to a conference or if you're going to, you can even sell them the products, the books, as a physical book out of your home. You can ship those out through the mail, but you can get them at a much lower cost than if the person was to buy the book on Amazon. And that's all through your dashboard on Amazon as the KDP seller. You can order your own copies. You can order as many as you want, and it's a much lower cost, but then you can do the shipping yourself. So that's another option as a stream of income.
Yeah, that's a great idea. I have done that before in the past. I kind of forgot about it until you mentioned it now. Yeah.
Now that conferences are back.
Right. That people are in person again.
Moving from the virtual. Yeah.
Right. Which is really a great point too, that we didn't touch on that much in this video, but we've spoken about it in a lot of our other videos in terms of sell what you know. And just to build off of what you just said, that if you already have created a conference and if you are going to attend a conference to present and you've already created a course, adding this ebook to your suite of resources is an excellent way to earn a little extra income from the work you've done already. People don't always have time for an extensive course, but if you could tease out the important information and put it in an ebook, and then you could sell that hard copy book when you are at a conference. So that is really a good tip.
People are searching for that information. They're asking for it. And it's just one more stream of income, just like all these other, check out our other videos too. We talk about so many different aspects of the big umbrella of digital products. So
for sure.
Yeah.
All right. This has been great. We'll see you next time, Colleen.
Okay. I'll talk to you then.
Visit digitalproductprofessionals.com to get started on your digital content creation journey.